Is Cardano about to flip the script and shock Ethereum? Or is this just another case of Charles Hoskinson overpromising and underdelivering? Because here's the deal, Cardano's founder didn't just throw shade at Ethereum in his latest AMA. He straight up declared, "I want Cardano to win." Bold words, considering Ethereum sits at a staggering $532 billion market cap, while ADA is chilling at just $28 billion. But Hoskinson isn't backing down. He's betting everything on the Glacier update, a supposed game-changer with Hydra upgrades, advanced smart contracts, and even a new Midnight token. So today, I've got two very different articles to break down with you. One paints Cardano as a struggling underdog, buried under Ethereum's dominance. The other dares to ask, can ADA actually pump to $1.20 in the short term? We're going to read them live, react to every major claim, break down the numbers, and I'll give you my real take on whether Cardano is poised for a rally, or just setting us up for another disappointment. And trust me, the data we're about to unpack, it's going to surprise you. Let's get into it. What's going on, crypto family? Welcome back to Goldrush Crypto Daily, where we cut through the noise, react to the biggest crypto headlines, and dig into what's really happening in the market. Today we're talking Cardano, ADA, Ethereum's so-called rival, and whether Hoskinson's latest big promises can finally live up to the hype. Quick reminder, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because you don't want to miss what's coming this week. Alright, let's jump into Article 1. Our first piece comes from blocknews.com, headline, Block News is known for leaning into the drama, but that works for us. Let's see what Hoskinson actually said. Charles Hoskinson, the mind behind Cardano and one of Ethereum's original co-founders, ramped up the rivalry with Ethereum in his latest AMA session. Ethereum continues to tower over Cardano with a $532 billion market cap versus ADA's $28 billion. Let's pause there. Ethereum at $532 billion versus Cardano's $28 billion. That's not a rivalry, that's like comparing an ocean to a swimming pool. ADA would need a 19x growth just to catch Ethereum's current market cap. But here's the kicker, Cardano still positions itself as the Ethereum killer. After all these years, is that still realistic? Hoskinson bluntly said, "I want Cardano to win." He urged developers to keep building within the ecosystem and highlighted the upcoming Glacier update, which introduces Hydra protocol upgrades, advanced smart contracts, and the Midnight token. Okay, here's where it gets interesting. Hydra upgrades are supposed to make Cardano more scalable. The Midnight token adds privacy elements. Advanced smart contracts expand DeFi potential. In theory, this could unlock a new wave of utility. But in practice, Cardano has a track record of moving slow and missing adoption waves. That's my biggest concern here. Ethereum dominates with $91.64 billion in total value locked, TVL, across DeFi, while Cardano trails with just $362 million. Hold up, let's process that. Ethereum's DeFi ecosystem is worth $91.6 billion. Cardano, just $362 million? That's 250x smaller, it's not even a contest. And this is the elephant in the room. No matter how good the technology is, if people aren't building on it, it doesn't matter. Adoption drives value. On-chain activity, Ethereum processes 1.46 million daily transactions, compared to Cardano's 27,329. TPS Ethereum 17.78 versus Cardano 0.27. Ouch. 0.27 transactions per second, that's brutal. Even if Cardano can theoretically scale to 18 TPS, the reality is the chain isn't being used enough to stress its limits. Meanwhile, Ethereum processes over 1.4 million daily transactions. This is what I mean when I say Cardano has hype but not adoption. Hoskinson shared an anecdote about Sergey Nazarov of Chainlink demanding too high a price for Cardano integration, called him a man sitting on a golden egg. Now this is the juicy behind-the-scenes stuff we rarely hear. Imagine Cardano trying to integrate Chainlink and the deal falling apart over price. That shows us why Cardano struggles to secure key partnerships. And it's also a red flag. If big players don't see Cardano as worth integrating without concessions, that speaks volumes about its market leverage. ADA is down for the fourth straight day, slipping 1% and falling below its 50-day EMA at $0.8126. Eyes on the 200-day EMA at $0.7426 as next support. From a chart perspective, this is bad. Momentum indicators. RSI at 44, MACD trending down are bearish signals. Unless ADA reclaims that 50-day EMA soon, the slide could continue. So, Article 1 paints a sobering picture. Ethereum dominates every metric. Cardano is lagging in TVL, transactions, partnerships, and even short-term price action. Hoskinson's Glacier promises are bold, but until the numbers shift, Cardano is the underdog fighting to stay in the ring. But Article 2, it flips the script. Let's check it out. Now, on to coinedition.com with the headline, Can Cardano Rally to $1.20? Analyst lays out the technical path. So instead of doom and gloom, this article is focused on bullish price action. Same Hoskinson quotes, but spun differently. Cardano gained more than 3% in the past hour, trading at 83 cents. Rebounded from a daily low of $0.7964, with traders eyeing breakout from consolidation. Alright, so while Block News focused on the negatives, Coin Edition starts with momentum. ADA bouncing 3% in an hour shows traders are positioning. But crypto is notorious for fakeouts, so we need to see follow-through. Ali Martinez says ADA must break 88 cents to validate a rally toward $1.20. Resistance at $0.8789. Next levels, 96 cents, $1.05, then $1.23. This is where technicals get crystal clear. 88 cents is the key level. If ADA closes above that, we could see targets of 96 cents, $1.05, $1.23, that's almost a 50% rally. But, and here's the caution, if ADA fails at that resistance, we could see sharp rejection back to support. Support around 78 cents with stronger demand at 72 cents and 66 cents if selling pressure rises. There's your safety net. Basically, ADA is stuck between 78 cents support and 88 cents resistance. Break above or below, and the market picks its direction. Hoskinson wants Cardano to win, highlighting Glacier upgrades with Hydra, smart contracts, midnight token. See, here's the spin. Same Hoskinson quotes from Article 1, but instead of highlighting Ethereum's dominance, Coin Edition ties it to bullish technical momentum. This is why you always check multiple sources. One focuses on fundamentals and adoption, bearish. The other on price action, bullish. Both matter. So Article 2 is basically, ignore the long-term struggles, look at the short-term setup. Traders are eyeing 88 cents, and if it breaks, ADA could rip higher. It's a trader's perspective, not an investor's, and that's key to understand. Alright, let's put this all together. Article 1. Ethereum crushes ADA on every metric. Hoskinson's talk is cheap until Glacier delivers. Short-term price looks weak. Article 2. ADA shows momentum. Traders see a technical path to $1.20, and Hoskinson's narrative adds fuel. So what's the truth? I think it's a mix. Short term. If ADA breaks 88 cents, we could definitely see $1, $1.20. The chart supports it. But fail to break resistance, back down to 72 cents or even 66 cents. Long term, Cardano is still an underdog. Ethereum's ecosystem is just too far ahead. Unless Glacier actually boosts TPS, TVL, and real usage, ADA risks staying a sleeping giant that never wakes up. For traders, watch 88 cents resistance and 78 cents support. Those are the levels. For investors, pay attention to whether Glacier launches on time and whether projects actually migrate to Cardano. That will tell us if Hoskinson's words are more than just hype. So crypto fam, here are your 3 key takeaways from today. 1. Hoskinson is doubling down on Cardano's future with Glacier Hydra, smart contracts, and midnight token are coming. 2. The fundamentals still favor Ethereum by a mile. Cardano is way behind in adoption and ecosystem growth. 3. In the short term, ADA's entire fate hinges on 88 cents. Break it, and $1.20 is in play. Fail, and we're looking at 72 cents. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Cardano has a real shot at closing the gap with Ethereum, or is this just another cycle of over-promising? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be pinning the best one. I'll be watching ADA's price action and the Glacier rollout closely, so make sure you're subscribed, smash that like button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next update. And remember, this is just my opinion, not financial advice. Always Dior, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. The crypto market is wild, volatile, and full of surprises. This is Goldrush Crypto Daily signing off. Stay bullish, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.